Hello and welcome back. Today you will see us continue our European adventure as we take on Trabzonspor. I'm not entirely sure if that's how you say it. I've had a right good guess. Trabzonspor? Trabzonspor? Sounds right. Sounds right. First leg is away, but before we do that, we're going to take on the mighty Hull. Okay, everybody, welcome back to In the Dugout FM. I am Millers. This is Sunday League to Champions League, and we are about to take on Hull at home. And the fitness tests are coming in thick and fast. Some of the lads are getting back to relatively match-sharp positions, which is decent. We've struggled over the last few games. We've not disgraced ourselves, right? We struggled against City, of course we did, but then we went to West Brom and won. With a fairly well-rotated team because we had no choice because of the injuries. We then played Southampton at home, again, a team you'd expect us to beat, and we did, particularly given their current season. We really should have beat Stoke away as well. This kid was superb on the day. His last goal was literally just a clip-through ball, and he just outpaced our centre-halves and went through and finished, which was lovely for Stoke, not great for us. That leaves us in third place. It leaves us in third place with 3 games in hand on both first and second. My goal here, remember, is Champions League qualification, right? That's what we're aiming for. So, if we can get our games in hand won, that leaves us in a relatively decent place, 64 points from 29 games. That means there's, 9 games to go. We're in a reasonably decent place, but we've got to get those games won. We do have the benefit now of the squad looking a little bit better. We can start to release some of these boys back to the 21s, which we will do. I haven't done it yet, but we will do. Because we're now in a place where we can start to play our normal team, which is nice. We have now had the message from Andrea that he's more than happy to stay with us. He's signed himself a new deal, which I was delighted to do. He's happy to stay. He's removed his transfer request. So despite all of these things, in fact, I'm just going to make sure that he's not available for loan because I don't want these offers coming through when there's absolutely no point creating any kind of unrest from him. So that's great news for us. He's going to stick around. Bozza is back fit. I adore him. I don't know what it's been about Serbian players, but yeah, big fan. He's been fantastic for us, so he's now back. He's working his way back to full fitness, coming in off the bench. So from a fitness perspective, we're a lot better than we were. Dejan's out. It was a hip injury. He's gone to see a specialist, so he's out for the best part of a month and a half now. Maurizio's on his way back. He's not quite fully fit. I am going to put him on today in terms of certainly in the bench, and he'll have a run out but Ferreira's been playing very, very well. So there's no problem there, although Ferreira does still want to leave. This boy is my boy, as we all know. So he will come back in and he'll probably feature against Trabzonspor. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I shall see you back at the matchday screen. Okay, welcome back. I forgot to mention to you, Chrissy Rigg. He's had a bad training session. I've pulled him about it. He felt like I was being a bit harsh. Well, let's see how you feel now that you dropped, son. Because, I've got Scariglia and Marino there who can more than cope with your absence. So you, my friend, are on the bench for today. Because if you're not prepared to train in my squad, you don't feature in the 11. Facts. So, that's how we're going to line up today then. We know we've got Amarilla on the bench. He's going to come back in. Tarul's going to come back in. In fact, Tarul's going to play today. Van Duijven hasn't been scoring. We need Tarul to get back on the old scoring bus. So no better time than against Hull at home. We'll throw him back in. Montel's done a few bits, so he's going to stay there. Boris will come on as he continues his journey. But other than that, we're in a relatively decent place. So, let's take on Hull then. It won't surprise you that Chrissy Powell wanted to go full-on attacking for today's game. But we won't do that, because I never do. Let's see what we can do. We'll leave that team talk there. Joe Bell wants to say we're in much better form than Hull. Okay, yeah. Form goes out the window sometimes. Absolutely, it does. What's the secret behind your good home record? Hard work, Joe. You made it clear the performance against Stoke wasn't good enough. Correct. Higher levels, Joe. And speaking of Joe, I want to thank Joe and Yaron for the comments in last week's video. I do appreciate it. I don't want to sound like I'm having a moan up, because I'm not. The reality is this is a game I play anyway, as I've said about 414 times. So I'd quite happily just carry on playing it on my own if people aren't interested. And it is just as simple as that, I've got huge amounts going on aside from, sticking this up on YouTube. So if people don't want to see it, that's fine. But Joe and Yaron, thank you very, very much for the nice comments. I do truly appreciate it. Going out your way to say something nice is well received in all aspects of life. So thank you for that. I do appreciate it. As we just net, so Tarul has managed to score, which is delightful. Big fan of that run by Alif as he drives down that left-hand side. The fullback was nowhere near him. It's hit the keeper. You'd be disappointed if you're the keeper, but I don't care. It's gone in. To fill those of you in that haven't yet perhaps seen Friday's video or are starting here in a new sort of save, that'd be weird. But if you are, I've just started a new job. So this is being recorded 7:30 Monday morning before I start my job a little bit later on today. I also run my own little business, and I also, as we've kind of said at the start of this save, I coach a couple of teams, one at a very decent level. Finish you. So time is at a premium, right? And this usually for me is just a fun bit of distraction to try and, take me away from day-to-day life sometimes. I started recording it because I didn't know whether people would like to see it. So that's why I was asking the question on Friday. I will continue this save because I will continue it anyway. And if there's one or two of you that are enjoying it, then I really appreciate that, and I don't want to take that away. And then when it comes to the end of the save, we've got some decisions to make, I think, and we'll probably go from there. Papadopoulos gets that clear. Lovely. Right, let's focus on the game now instead of my whinging. We've done well. Hull have held a lot of the ball, though, to say they've not really had a lot of chances, but we have found the net. I'm not going to say all that much, to be honest. I ate 2-0. You're capable of better. It's a horrible scoreline. It's that scoreline where you always say, and you hear commentators say, next goal's a winner, and it probably is. We're going to give it 10 minutes, and then we're going to throw Amarilla on. Ferreira's going to get dragged for no reason other than the fact that we need to get some time in his legs. Bozza will come on as well. There we go. I'll let that run a bit too far. Let's get that done now. So Bozza's going to come on, but he will come on as an attacking midfielder. In attack, Amarilla, on you go, son. Big round of applause for him. He's going to be one of them players where he's just gone out for a warm-up and the fans are already cheering. We'll get that done. Everybody else looks okay for the time we are in the game, so we'll make those changes, send those lads out, and hopefully get some game time in the legs of those boys so they can play against Trabzonspor. Can we pull that back? We can. Coyote, he's gone to the edge. Scariglia, I'd have gone the other way myself, but that's all right because he's found Mauricio. The boy has come back. He's been on the pitch 3 minutes and he's managed to net. Absolutely superb. Delighted for him. Big injury that as well, by the way. So the fact he's walked back in and netted, I'd have gone out wide there. But, clearly Scariglia is saying, well, what do you know, Gaff? Delightful. 3-0. Okay. If we can get to rule his hat-trick, that'll be a superb way to kick off. Coyote, is he going to box it for him? He stood it up to rule. That'd have been delightful. Wasn't to be, though, as Hull tried to break away, but nothing comes of it. We're going to make a couple of changes now, purely just to keep some fitness. Nothing other than that. So Amorotu's going to come on for one fullback, and Zalewski's going to come on for the other, just to keep some fitness in their legs. Alif, I think you'll be all right, son. I think you'll be all right. I've got no problems with you. You'll be fine. Let's get that done. Hopefully, 15 minutes left. see this game out 3-0. Everybody's comfy, cosy. And then we can take on Trabzonspor, and we're away first leg, which I'm okay with. Still, I think it's the round of 16, this one. So, you know, we're quite deep in it now. I'd love it if we could go on and kick on and win it. That'd be a great statement because it guarantees us that Champions League football away from our league place, but also puts a trophy in the cabinet, which we all want to see. Marmalade's gone long, no idea why. Absolutely a waste of time, particularly when we ask him to play short. But Elif's managed to get the ball back right down that channel. He's pulled one back. Bozo normally he's looking for his customary goal. But it looked like he hit the beans there. The stats stack up, don't they? 2.6. We've scored 3 goals. We've absolutely battered Hull here. 21 shots, 8 on target. You'd argue we should be more clinical, but we'll take that without a shadow of a doubt. Absolutely superb. Nearly pressed the wrong button. Very happy with that result and how you played. Everybody's chuffed. Get yourself off. Tom, what you saying? How do you think the match went? I learned a lot, Tom. Deflected goal from Ignacio gave you a start. Stroke of luck. Stroke of luck. We deserve that luck, you. Right. Lovely. Okay. So that's one of our games in hand, and that's a game in hand 1. 3 more points will put us on 61, which is the level then with United in terms of games played. So we'll be 7 points clear of United. That'd be delightful. I said that a lot today, haven't I? Delightful. Right, okay. Next time you see us, we will be in Trabzonspor, which I have no idea where that is geographically, so I'll also find that out. Speak to you shortly. Hello, and welcome back to Turkey, of course, which, I mean, I knew they were in Turkey. I had no idea. We're going to take on Trabzonspor then. So, Gertzi's took a knock. He's flew out with us to Turkey. He's basically banged his thigh, which tells me he's looking for an extra day by the pool rather than coming down to the game with us. He is, unfortunately for him, though, going to sit on the bench for us anyway, because we can't fill a full UEFA bench. But Amorotu is going to come in as fullback for us as cover. Amarillo is straight back in the first team for this game tonight, as is Kuzmanovic. So, those are the lads that are going to take it tonight. The board and the fans expect us to come here and win, so no pressure, lads. I don't see why we shouldn't, in all fairness, but, you know, I don't like the pressure of the board demanding a win, if I'm honest. Let's see how we go, though. Ultimately, it's a 2-legged affair. Let's not disgrace ourselves. Let's make sure we do what we need to do. Keep this game nice and tight, certainly defensively, and that way we can go back to the Spurs stadium and hopefully put on a show in front of the fans. Pump our fists, faith in you lads, out you go. Hopefully Terrell can score. Wooter, let's chat. How do you approach this game? We're both in the good form. We're going to have to work very hard. I absolutely hope we can produce. We have a strong belief in our ability and our confidence. Let's go. How's the mood in the camp? They're a confident bunch. I forgot. I completely forgot about the music. There are the boys. Excellent. Right. Let's get this done. Turn that off. So, we can see on the right-hand side there, some big teams still left in this. Lyon, Feyenoord, Newcastle, Everton. Not so much Killy. As Trabzonspor's got the first highlight, it's bouncing around in the box. That's never good to see. You want your keeper to come and claim that, really, but maybe that's a bit harsh on Marmalade. We've had most of the ball under the floodlights, but we've not really created all that much. Now we're level with them, so we're doing okay. Can we get a highlight, though? Any chance, boys? Any chance of showing us anything at all? No. 40 minutes gone. Okay, I think they've taken the meaning, or the wording of me saying let's keep it tight literally here, because that was a proper dull as dishwater first half. We haven't taken nearly enough shots, boys. Let's be a little bit more creative. We sat here on a positive outlook on our game. We've got all of our offensive players out there doing jobs. Here we go. What have we got? Kuzmanovic back to Amorotu. Our massive fullback, Cooper. There's a gap there. Can we find it? We can. Coyote. Amarilla's gone inside. He stood one up for Tarula. We know he's got an head in him. And he's nodded one away at the back post. Never said nodded one away in my entire time on this planet. But I've said it now. And therefore it stands. I think Cooper could have hit that gap earlier. Maybe I'm being harsh. That's what I'd be saying on a Saturday. Probably Monday morning after I've reviewed the VO. That's a lovely goal, though. It's a lovely goal. We'll take that. I'm not sure if away goals count. That's probably showing my age. Away goals used to count. I used to enjoy that, though. Bite. Good. Away goals counting as 2 meant you had to go and try and get something. Amarilla. Whoa. He smacked that. Moreno. Back to Coyote. Clipped again. Tarul is in form. What a superb finish. And actually, do you know what? I'm delighted for him. He came to me, said, Gaff, I need to be playing more games. I said, you need to be scoring more goals. He said, if I'm playing more games, I'll score more goals. I said, show me. He said, give it here. Love that. Love that. 2-0. Okay. We're going to give it another 10-15. Then we'll make some changes again for nothing but legs. I want to look after Amarilla. I want to look after Bozza. They're not long back from fitness, of course. Not because of a suspension, though, Chrissy. That's not the reason I'm going to drag him, is it? Let's think about it. Zalewski can come on for a leaf who played the full 90. Montel, on you come, son. Go and do a job. You'll notice I'm not bringing Riggy on because he's annoyed me. Ferreira, on you come. Amarilla, off you come. Just have a rest, son. Have a rest. Other than that, I think we're fairly happy. We're fairly happy. Coyote could come off, but we're going to leave him on. He's playing an 8.5. Confirm those subs. Get the game back underway. Let's try and finish this off professionally. If we can nick a third, we'd be delighted. But we'll take 2 for sure. Let's just be tight at the back, please. I say that's Trabzonspor. I've got a highlight. It's flicked. Marmalade grabs. Hold. Go down if you want. Don't go long, please. Come short. Come here, good lad. Zalewski. Scariglia. Just inside one. Good. That gap's there again. Can you see it? Oh, he's beat his man, though, for pace. Comes back to Coyote. Back to Ferreira. Moreno. We're recycling. Don't mind it. Amorotu on the back post. Zalewski. He's hit one and it's deflected. It's an horrible goal for them, but we will absolutely take that as we take a 3-goal lead back to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in the round of the last 16. We will be delighted to do that. Absolutely delighted. That knock there first time completely took out their fullback. And he's put his hands up. Come on. We don't want to see that, do we, son? Stand there and take one. I don't know what I'm talking to their defenders for, like I'm remotely bothered it's deflected off them. Get up. Well up you. Zalewski. Clipped. Lovely ball. Ferreira's touch takes him away, but Moreno, no, it's blocked. Scariglia never shoots. Lost the ball. Unlike him, to be fair. 3-on-3. De Grief looking to cause me some. Muller, and it looked like it was saved by Marmalade. Can we take? We've punched. Love that. Love that. No grief caused. Absolutely none. Coyote looks a little bit tired. Maybe he's had a bit of a pull there at the back end. 3-0. Superb result. Comprehensive. That leaves us in a little bit more of a comfy position. I'm happy with how we're playing, Joe. Puts us in a bit more of a comfy position when we go back to the Tottenham Stadium. Delightful. Absolutely delightful. How long are you out for? A bruised shin. No problem. Should wear bigger shinnies. Facts. Okay, that brings that little session to a close for us. When are we going to come back? Well, you could argue we should come back for the next game. Is it a foregone conclusion? Have I just said that out loud? We'll come back for the next Trabzonspor game. Let's do that. We'll come back Thursday under the lights at the Spurs Stadium, see where we finish up, and then we'll also wait until we find the draw, so we know who we're playing in the next round if we get through, because I don't want to, all that FM gods and that. All right, hopefully you've enjoyed that. Do feel free to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. We're still here for a little while, and I will catch you all in the next one in approximately 2 weeks game time. Ta-da!